Okay. Replay. And the thing is, now that I know the level, it becomes easier to avoid the people. It's like when you have to explore the level to learn it, it's hard to do that and avoid danger. Well, I should rephrase that. It's not really hard, but it's just annoying. It's something I don't want to deal with. So I just like, let me just take them out. I think the hardest part will be the basement part because you got to move the thing to the pressure plate without it breaking. That's going to be the hardest part. That's fine. What's the first place to go, right? I can't remember. I guess we're gonna have to go to that library to read about stuff. So let's do that first. Excuse me. As a matter of fact, I might as well not even use my weapons. Might as well unequip them. Okay, so we'll read these again.
History of Galamia, Volume 1. During the dark time that was Galamia's not too distant past, it was King Peregrine who thwarted Xeroc the Necromancer and his plan to enslave the land. Xeroc, once the king's mage, had fallen out of favor with the ruler for conducting outlandish experiments on the bodies of the dead. It was said that deep within Peregrine Castle, the dead were restless. The dead are to be honored, not kept as the playthings of alchemists, declared King Peregrine as he banished Xeroc from the castle. All of Xeroc's living dead were routed out and destroyed. Xeroc, being an unforgiving soul, went into hiding and vowed to wreak his revenge on the king.
Necromancer. No. Excuse me.
History
Jeez.
of Galamia, Volume 2. Rumors of ill-doing and dark deeds abounded through the land of Galamia. It was whispered that Xeroc had employed the aid of shadowy demons to help build a vast castle. Under the cover of night, Xeroc's dark army spilled forth from the corrupt haven. The army marched south across the Silver Mountains and through the Silver Woods. Soon afterwards, even the Pumpkin Lands belonged to Xeroc. The folk of Gallows Town cried out for help. Save us, good King Peregrine. Retaliation was swift and violent. King Peregrine's forces, led by the brave Sir Fortescue, drove Xeroc's army back from Gallows Town. Oh, there was much rejoicing, but the war was not yet over.
Yeah, I mean, it's horrible to put this in here with the guy that's trying to kill you.
Volume 3.
I don't get it.
News that Xeroc's army had now taken the Floodlands caused much concern. From this vantage point, Xeroc could march west to take the Enchanted Forest. This sacred place would prove a bitter defeat if it fell into the hands of the evil sorcerer. It was Sir Dan Fortescue who once again led the king's militia to rid the demon host from the land. Yet the evil wizard was cunning and had prepared an ambush. Titanic battle ensued, of which history has never seen the like. It is said that the day would have gone to Xeroc, but for the skill and valor of one man. Fortescue led the charge deep into the massed ranks of the undead, felling Xeroc's bodyguard, the fearful Lord Kodok, and before finally succumbing to his own mortal wounds, slew the traitorous sorcerer with a mighty sweep of his sword.
Makes you wonder how much of this is even true. Like, it all sounds like BS. We know all the parts with Dan are BS. I don't even think Dan was any type of general. He seemed like just a foot soldier, pretty much. So, who is writing this, I wonder? Come on, man.
History of Galamia, Volume 4. The forces of evil were destroyed, but at a terrible price. None but a handful of the king's militia returned from that field. Galamia lost a whole generation of young men that day, including Canny Tim, the legendary crossbowman, and Fortescue's second in command, who fell in the first volley of arrows. Xeroc's body was never found, though if it lies unmourned in an unmarked grave, then no one in Galamia would shed a tear. The shadow demons that had fallen under Xeroc's banner were unnatural creatures that did not belong in the world of mortal men. The king declared that they be banished, entombed under the pure earth of the enchanted earth.
We gotta go back to Enchanted Earth.
Within an impregnable box of the king's design, the demons were buried deep underground. Their tomb was sealed with a magical device that has since come to be known as the Shadow Artifact.
I should still have. Once I gotta get it again. Nope, I got it. Cool.
Heroes from History, a retrospective. Chapter 1. In addition to being the strongest man who ever lived, Stanier Ironhewer was unsurpassed in his skill as a blacksmith. He was equally happy pounding on his anvil at home as he was pounding on someone's head in battle. It was said that his only fear was the end of the village smithy as the focus of manufacture, in favor of more centralized units. As if.
This is like a whole book.
Chapter 2.
Okay.
Born a humble
This is
peasant
long.
of the nomadic
Jesus.
tribes from the Eastlands, Bloodmanor Skullcleaver gathered an army of horsemen and swept over half the civilized world. When he finally died, attempting a single-handed attack on a garrison in the north while armed only with a spike on his helmet, he was the richest and most powerful peasant of his day. Chapter 3. Carl Sterngard spent most of his formative years under siege at his family castle. With his impregnable magic shield, Sterngard's motto was, "The best form of attack is defense." Sadly, his shield couldn't protect him against poor eating habits, and he died during a post-battle feast, while swallowing a large sausage he had failed to chew.
Why she gotta laugh at him like that?
Chapter 4. Truly the hero's hero. Woden the Mighty was fearless, single-minded, and uncompromising. Unbeaten in combat, he inspired raw fear in friends and enemies alike, not to mention in close family members and pets.
Yeah, we met Woden in
Chapter
the
5.
first guy.
Trained from birth in all forms of combat, Imanzi Shongama was the warrior queen of a tribe of Amazons. The bold and the beautiful Shongama banished all males from her territory, except the handful she kept on to mow the lawns of her people.
Oh, that's rude.
Chapter 6. A full-time mother and homemaker, Megwin Stormbinder had to defend her settlement from barbarian raiders while the menfolk were away on a hunting trip. She fought off repeated attacks, armed only with a pitchfork and a rolling pin, and with one arm holding her baby.
What?
Legend has it that the gods, impressed by her indomitable courage, intervened and added thunderbolts to her arsenal.
Nice.
She won the battle with a couple of bolts to spare on her husband when he finally returned.
How folksy. Dirk Steadfast.
Chapter 7. Dirk Steadfast was a fearsome opponent thanks to his magic sword and a firmly held belief that only women defend themselves. Real men are always on the attack.
What?
He was a friend and contemporary of Carl Sterngard, and was with him even to the end. It was whilst Steadfast was explaining his views on Sterngard's shield during a feast that the latter had his tragic and inexplicable accident.
Oh wow. Don't laugh at the guy. Poor guy.
Chapter 8. Descended from the finest centaur bloodstock, Ravenhooves the Archer was the last prince of his people. A proud and haughty aristocrat, he was an accomplished hunter, sportsman, duelist, playboy, raconteur, and 3 times Derby winner.
Mary Sue the Horseman. I dig it. I'm liking the lore so far. This stuff might actually be true
Chapter
as
9.
well.
Captain of the militia in the time of King Peregrine, Sir Daniel Fortescue found fame when he killed a renegade wizard, Zerok.
Nope, not true.
A career soldier raised in the royal household, he was adored by the men under his command and renowned for his loyalty to Galamia. It was said that Fortescue was always destined for greatness. With his square jaw, steely gaze, and thick shock of hair as black as raven's wings, he looked every inch the hero.
Okay, so is it all bullshit, or is it just the Sir Dan parts that are bullshit? The Sir Dan stuff is clearly
Tourist's
bullshit.
Guide to Galamia, Part 1. The land of Galamia is a wondrous land of breathtaking sights and adventure. If it's beauty you are looking for, be sure to check out the sights of the enchanted forest. Scale the heights and see the nests of giant dragon birds. Seek out weird and wonderful plant life. Go ooh and ah at the sight of baby dragon toads splashing about in the crystal clear ponds.
That's those words.
Why not take a walk through the Pumpkin Valley?
Oh no,
Pumpkin
never
is
again.
Galamia's favorite dish, and about now the valley is just bulging under the weight of young podlings awaiting harvest.
I have to break this. No, I don't want to hit you. I want
Tourist
to
Guide
break
to
that thing.
Galamia, Part 2. If it's mystery you're looking for, then the seasoned adventurer should travel to the ruins of King Peregrine's castle. Yes, this is the fortress from which the fabled King Peregrine once hailed. It is said that the king's crown was lost in the dungeons below the castle, and that the ghost of the regent himself now haunts these cold stone passageways. Spooky. Why not take the swamps and seek out the mythical town of Mellowmead? This place was once said to be a place of fantastical arcane alchemy, but an age has passed since it was consumed by the murky swamps. Perhaps great treasure awaits any adventurer that can locate its watery resting place.
Okay, let me switch out of this. I was trying to... Okay, great.
To whom it may concern, I must make haste, for Zerok's men will be here within the hour. I have taken the crucifix from the church. It is the key to a key. I used the cross to make the attached cast. Then I had it destroyed. It is my hope that this cast falls into the hands of a just and good hero. Signed, the town mayor.
Okay. So back there we have an interesting poster. Looks like some type of poem. I can't even tell if I can read all that. Some of the words are nonsensical, I guess. Werewood Fram Minstrel. Norman suffering of Uthier found the tome of Bellabone ball dreaming within the garderobe grin. We know your intention, that be ye smell smocks. Know ye men of the book will not sit idle while wagalters sprunt about the hall. We be thrunch curses of Marigal on ye. I don't know what any of that means. None of it. Alright, that's all the books. I was like, where'd he go? That's fine. Alright. So we did all the lore. Great for us. Next. Excuse me. Sorry. Next we have to go in one of these houses, right? If I remember correctly. We gotta get something from one of these houses. Oh, not hurting her. Okay. I think we gotta go into another house as well. Excuse me. So that's the house I just visited, I think. Okay, this is new. Yeah. So this is the hard part. Okay, while she's stuck in there, I can do this. Just in case. I'll push another one close, relatively close. Okay, come on down. There. Okay, so that wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. This one will be a little bit harder because it's a lot of people in here. It's like 3 people in here. Can y'all break this? Can y'all break this yourselves? That'd be very helpful. Oh, he didn't run. She's in the way now. There. Great. Okay. It's not as hard as I thought it was going to be, just messy. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. I guess they give you enough HP to where this isn't ridiculous. Excuse me. Great. Okay. It's only difficult like when you don't know what the hell is going on. Which I did not. I didn't get any part of the... Excuse me. No, forget it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I was gonna break it. I don't know if the rats also count in the... Okay, they're gone now. Or they aren't gone. Thought the townsfolk would also be gone.
Hurry, comrades, tear this place apart. If we don't find the shadow artifact, Lord Zarek will have us mocking out the demons for the next millennium.
Okay, that's fine. I know where the I know where the blacksmith's place is. Yep. I do that so many times. It's obnoxious. Okay. Next to the church, which is right here. I don't think it matters if you take those guys out, but I'm not going to chance it. You. Hold on, what? Oh, I gotta kill the. I'd have to kill the guards. Because you only get 61% for keeping the townsfolk alive. Right? Hope I'm not making a mistake here. I'm not. Okay. Just 2 hits to take them out. I wonder if I took them out last time with that, have taken care of things. Because a lot of times in level you'll get like you have more than enough enemies to get what you need to get that chalice. Looks like the citizens. Nope, citizens aren't completely gone. This run thing is really cool. I wish there was a way to make it more consistent. Gotta wait till he winds all the way back. There we go. Actually, that's gonna do it, right? No, not yet. Nearly. Man, you can put switches anywhere in games. Like, I didn't even question the fact that that switch was all the way here to open up a gate on the outside of the village. It's crazy. Yeah, we know. I got the one already. Thank you very much. So I just gotta take these guys out and then backtrack my way here. I don't think there's any other guards around here. I think you would have had enough if you just like, even if you took the villagers out and then you came and took these guys out, like all the guards in the village. I think you would have had enough. But who knows? I'm not gonna try it out. Great. The Hall of Heroes awaits. We checked out all the lore. We're good. We're super good. What an incredible journey throughout this second trip of the level. And this is the trip where we get something.
Gaining allies in the Hall of the Heroes is the way forward. Hack, choppity chop, off with a few zombies' heads, and it thinks it can redeem itself in battle. You still have a long way to go to rank as the best.
Well, true. So yeah, on the even chalices, you don't get much out of them.
By God, Fortescue, you must be the luckiest corpse ever to walk the face of the earth. I have something here I can lend to you. Take it or leave it, but remember, I'm only doing this for the sake of Galamia's doomed population, and not for you, you gangly buffoon!
Yep, just money. Money's cool though. It gives us resources that we can use. Let me go ahead and get the this equipped. It's my preferred loadout at the current moment.